Well, hello there, Apple Bites. This is your Apple Bite, Written Rit Ralph talking to you. And we are here on Apple Bites, where we take a share or we take a bite out of the apple and share it with you. No, I want to take a share out of the apple and bite you. No.
I'll take a bite of the apple. Forget
that. No stock market talk. I lost so much money.
Everybody wants to take a bite out of the apple now.
Right now.
I see Mindy's ready. I'll wait till she finishes fixing the screen, and then I'll put her back. I'll put her in. Guys, it has been a nice Easter weekend. What did you guys do?
Well, like that. Well, I gave up nachos, so for Lent.
So you must have been eating nachos like crazy yesterday.
You know what? I had a big bag of nachos and I couldn't finish it, so it kind of like I guess the break from it worked. I was like, oh, I can't eat this. So it took me 2 days to finish. So you know, so
I gave up Coke. So
I think the problem was that Ash Wednesday fell on my birthday this year, so I usually give up Coke. I give up Coke. Sometimes I give up alcohol, but because it fell on my birthday, all the things I usually gave up, I wound up doing that day. So it was like
that would have been a bad start, yeah.
It was like the only thing I didn't do. Like, you know, sometimes I give up energy drinks. I had energy drinks, you know. So the only thing I didn't do was I didn't eat nachos. So I gave up nachos. So
I gave up sleep and I went to bed Saturday night early.
Gave up sleep. Woo! No more sleep for me.
No, I'm back to it again. It's Lent again for me.
Yeah. My family, the Easter dinner was never like a thing. We did the church and then that was it.
Exactly.
So I don't go to church. I don't go to church. I mean, I still pray, but I don't go to church anymore. So it's nothing for me to do. So, but you know, I still do the Good Friday, still do the Lent, I'll do all that, all the hard stuff. None of the food, none of the good stuff. So.
None of the fun. Yeah, you know, that's how it is. Hold on, let me see. Private chat. Hold on.
Hello.
All right, hey. There you go. What were you trying to fix?
Oh yeah, I don't know. You said something was wrong with my.
Oh no! I was just waiting for you to stop.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, I thought it was like some technical thing.
Oh no! I was waiting for you to get into a regular screen, so you weren't like all like this. I know some people don't like doing that on TV. I should say.
I was just like moving stuff around, but I wanted to chime in. I did give up alcohol for Lent, and I was successful this year and the past 5 years. It's hard. Yeah. It's hard.
I'd give up alcohol for Lent, but I don't remember the last time I had a drink.
That's probably better. It's healthier.
No, I've given up alcohol before. It's not hard. I mean, you know, it's only hard when you go out. That's when it's hard.
That is true.
But when you're around people, when everybody else is drinking and you're like, you know.
That's okay. I don't want to drink.
You know, or what they both think is you're hanging out with people who are drinking, so they're not in the right mind. They'll be like, you know what? Oh, come on, have a drink. You know, they'll start.
They do that all the time. They go, "What do you mean you're not going to drink with us?"
I do it to Ralph all the time, so it's me. So.
I feel like New York, especially as a place where it's just like alcohol is like everywhere, like
oh my God,
like at art events, and it's just like someone's having a birthday or a party, and it's like, oh, it's just there. Like I feel like I end up drinking just because it's just there.
Yeah.
You know, like
sounds about right.
No, there were kids that would they would throw these big parties for us. They weren't for us. I mean, you know, like. Because we were kids, we didn't care, but we were off to the side playing, and they were all dancing and drinking. You know, we were off to the side playing board games or whatever we were doing, or playing ball or whatever.
Like it's the birthday party for the 5-year-old. Yeah, all the adults are having fun and drinking.
Yeah, things are better now because nowadays I see that kids actually have parties for them. Like, they have a mascot and all this stuff. I was like, oh, that's not what I had some cake, but you know. So things have changed.
So I know Paul's gonna go this Saturday to go hang out and do all the stuff at the Brooklyn Independent Comics Show, and I know Mindy, you're tabling, right?
Yes, I am. I was going to table with Mata Sorcier, but Mata couldn't do it, unfortunately. But yeah, like I will still be there, and I will be selling my comics. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the sketches because I need to make a template. But I will at least be selling my comics, my Airhead comics. Yes.
There you go.
Yes, Airhead 1 and 2. Where's the second one? Yes, Airhead 1 and 2 coming your way.
Yeah, we love Airhead.
Yay!
Yeah, I have that. I gave you a Kickstarter, so.
Yay! Yes, thank you. Yay! Yes, I
really enjoyed it. It was fun.
Appreciate that. Yes. Yes, fun. It'll be a while until the next one. I mean, I'm in the storyboarding process for issue number 3. So, I mean, and even that, like, it takes forever. And, I mean, it's just, like, I have to fit it in, like, after my other freelance work and after it's, like, now I have a teaching job, too. And so, but, yeah. And then it's like, oh, you're at a, like a Comic-Con at BICS, which is great. But, like, yeah, it's a weekend. It's like you're promoting your stuff and you're selling, but you're not like working on doing the actual art. I mean, I guess I could, but it's just like it's hard to like if I were to focus on storyboarding in a convention, it's just too distracting.
I've seen people actually work on their comics at the con, and I'm always like, how are you doing?
Because you got to be focused. You got to because like I'm very present, like when I engage with customers and like trying to get sales and stuff. And I feel like it's hard to do everything at once. And
I agree.
It's just a focus. I mean, like I do this as I'm trying to multitask, like I'm doing like a little test, like I'm going to do like a watercolor test.
It's a full-time job doing a show. I don't care. I'm so tired after doing these things. It just takes a lot out of you. I don't know how you can draw and try and sell at the same time.
That amazes me, and Mindy's very present when she's doing her thing. She's out there. She's trying to get the people. She's very animated, so yeah, I can't even see you like sitting there trying to do something.
Yeah, because people sense it. People sense the vibe. Like if you are just at your table and you're just doing this, like people just like pass by. I mean, like there might be some people that are interested, like, ooh, like look over at like what you're doing right then, but they're not looking at your stuff. They're looking at like what you're drawing, which like that's not bad, but yeah.
Dude, the guys who do this stuff, like like Keith Williams, man, he'll be there doing the whole thing, and he's selling, and he's talking to the people, and he's taking pictures, and I'm like, Keith, how the hell do you do all?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like sometimes, people that are sketching, they're so caught up in their sketches, they forget they're there to sell books also. So.
Not Keith Williams, man.
No, he's great.
He's doing shows every week too. It seems. I mean, I saw on his Instagram feed, and it's like he's doing another show this week, and it's like, man, it's gotta be exhausting.
Yeah, Keith is always at a show. I always ask him, when do you rest? He was like, I don't rest. Oh my God!
Yeah, he did a thing for me on FF cover. It turned out great. It's really cool. Yeah, I got it. I slabbed it. I couldn't not just put that in a bag. So
I was about to say, man, you got a Keith Williams piece. You must have put that somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, if it break, I can show it to you, but it's all right. That's all right.
Right here.
All right, you got me. I'll be right back.
See, it's like drinking in New York. I want to get them to do it. Yeah. I gotta say though, I really like this convention. Mindy, is this the first year you're doing it?
It is, yeah. I've heard about it before from Dean Haspiel and Whitney Matheson and Bill Roundy. They all did that in previous years, and so like but I felt like I kept missing it. Like I kept missing.
Oh, that's how it was for me for the first couple of years.
deadline.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, there's this new thing. It's like, oh wait, oh the deadline passed, and then it's like the same thing happened like the next year. But you know, luckily, if it's a successful show, then another chance will come around.
I got to tell you this, and I say it each time we talk about BICS. It's one of the shows that we've done the most interviews ever at one convention, and that's when it was a one-day convention. So I don't even want to know what's going to happen with 2 days.
You get enough material for like 5 months. It'd be great.
Probably. There are so many indie creators in one spot. Like you're seeing a little bit of it here, but it doesn't do justice how many people were.
Yeah,
So I got it. I told you I had it right.
Look. Andrew goes, I did that convention. I sold many maps. Here we go.
Big screen.
Oh.
It came out 9.8 too, which is really cool. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'll
That's
never
a
sell
nice
it. Though.
Keith Williams piece.
It's awesome.
Cool.
Being on a fantastic board cover, you can't beat it.
Gotta love Keith Williams. Yeah, I really like BICS. It's an amazing show. It's an industry city. It's right next to St. Mark's Comics. It's there's just so much going for it, and now they have a second day. So this is just gonna be a blast.
I'll get out of here. Is that so? That's where St. Mark's moved because I remember
St. Mark's is now an industry city.
Cool, yeah.
That was like
I'm gonna totally geek out.
Years ago, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, I never been to New St. Mark's because I work in Manhattan, so I went to St. Mark's when it was on St. Mark's. Like, I'm on there all the time, but I never, now I'm in Staten Island. I'm like too far, so I've never. No, it would be cool to see it, I guess.
First time I went to St. Mark's was when I bought my first issue of Dark Knight #1 by Frank Miller.
Whoa!
Now I'm dating myself.
Andrew says that he's gonna be there. Oh, great! Cool.
Oh, great.
It's his spot. Yeah, so it'll be great to see Andrew. We haven't seen him in a bit. I think the last time I saw him was for Big Apple. I don't know if that's right, Andrew. You let me know. I think it was Big Apple the last time we saw him. I hope it wasn't WinterCon because that was like 2 years ago. I think it was Big Apple.
Yeah, I didn't go to Big Apple, so I think I saw him at, what was it, like Cradle? Cradle, I think.
Oh, Andrew's everywhere.
Yeah, Cradle last time I went to Cradle maybe 2 years ago, so that's just for me. So yeah.
Oh, this convention.
I don't know. They all start to bleed together. I don't know.
They start to meld.
Eternal. I don't know.
Yeah. This is gonna be fun. Here's the panel schedule for Saturday and Sunday. You got the business of self-publishing comics, self-care and wellness for creators, carousel comics performance and picture shows. That's interesting. Breaking in, get your work published. I like that. Just get started, build your comic from the ground up. I like that one too. Yeah, they added panels this year because I don't think they had panels last year.
All the panels seem really good, and I feel like I wish that I could go to them, but I'm going to be exhibiting, so I can't do everything at once. But yeah, it's good that they've added panels.
And there's going to be tons and tons of people there. This is going to be an interesting convention. It feels really indie. And so much good stuff, and beer and alcohol. It's a good thing that Lent's over. Yep. Look at all this beautiful stuff, folks. It's an industry city, so it's easy to get to. So go check it out, folks. And there's so much stuff you can do there. Besides the convention itself, actually. Which is one of the good things about being an industry city. And I got to tell you, folks, this is a fun convention. It's just a blast. And you get to see Indy there. And you get to see Paul because Paul's going to be in costume while he's there.
You may not recognize me. That's okay.
Let's see. Andrew saying, I love the old St. Mark's. I bought Hellboy. It's so much cool things at the spot. I believe it was NYCC.
Yeah, they used to remember like the back area where they had like
Exactly.
all the toys and all the back bin issues. It was a cool place. It was a cool place. Yeah, I miss it. I haven't even been to say that street in so long since they've been gone. Yeah.
Oh,
I used
dude,
to have
yeah, it's so
Kim's
weird.
Underground Video like right across the street. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's cool.
it's so
Yeah.
weird. I've been down the street like a couple times, and when you're there, you're like looking for St. Mark's, but it's not there anymore.
Yeah, yeah,
I used to
yeah.
love the fact that you go to St. Mark's at 1 and 2 in the morning.
I know Kim's moved like far, way up, but it's not the same. I mean, last I saw them, but it's not the same. It's like one floor. It's not the same. Yeah. Yeah, Dojo's restaurant was there, and it was good times. There's a burger place around the corner. I talk about that forever. I used to work about actually closer than I am now. I used to work on Hudson Street, so I used to go there all the time. So yeah, this
And
is
there's
like
a
late
PC Micro
90s.
Center is a great spot for computer nerds. Oh, that's right. There's a PC Micro Center right there at Industry City. It's also a great place to eat food. You also have Japan Village.
Oh, that place is so great. I love that place.
Exactly.
So good.
I
used to hang out at Comp USA. So.
Comp USA. I forgot about Comp USA. There used to be there used to be so many of them here in the city. And then they disappeared.
There were none.
So, Mindy, tell the people a little bit about your book and all the stuff that you have, because you got new customers out there, and they might want to know what it is that Airheads is.
Yes. So, Airhead is a sci-fi comedy about a surfer named Ario Zephyr. So he's a teen surfer and lifeguard, and he has the power to see the future in his dreams. And one night he predicts that a gigantic solar flare is going to destroy Earth. And so he needs to use his lifeguard skills to try to save people. And it's all hand-drawn, hand watercolor backgrounds that I scan in. It's a combination of like Photoshop for the character coloring and the watercolor backgrounds. You can like see it like nice, like right there, like the dream surfing in space, stuff like that. So, and actually, like I was just working on some watercolors, like I'm doing a test. Like I also do custom comics.
Yeah.
And so I'm experimenting with this board. Before I used to do custom comics on a board like this. It's a Canson board.
Right.
But it's, it's like this thick versus like something like a board is like, I don't even know if you can see that.
That is much thicker. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like, experimenting with like the quality thing. And like, luckily, like at Blick, like you can buy these. This is like an aqua board.
I was going to ask you, because those look nice. So are you going to be selling those at BICS?
Oh, no, you know what? Geez, maybe I should now. I don't even know if I'm going to have time to do more testing.
I got plenty of time.
But yeah, like it's just an example of like watercolor. But anyway, I'll be advertising. I always have cards for my custom comics, which is like it's popular with like couples to get for like an anniversary or a birthday or stuff like that. What was I saying? Yeah, just like experimenting with like new things. Like, so this is actually a clay board, but I wonder if it's too smooth. It's very smooth. It doesn't have like a tooth like the watercolor board. So I'm not
It looks
sure.
nice though. From the looks of the art, I think it kind of helps it out.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I'll put it up.
Yeah,
nice color.
Yeah,
that's watercolor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's watercolor. Yeah.
It looks really nice.
Thank you.
So I think that it works. I know what you're looking at, because sometimes with watercolor you want that that, what do you call it, that the grains and all that to like lead into. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. And so it's, like this, what I'm doing right now is just like a test. So like to test like how well it works, it's like, well, even if it's smooth, like, do I like the effect like that it has, eventually, or yeah, we'll just have to see, but it's nice to experiment, sometimes.
It's what art is, isn't it? It's a whole experimentation, trying to figure out what works, try something new.
Yeah.
Because I know people think that art is some kind of structured, which is the weirdest thing to me, because art is this thing. It's just big, beautiful. It is what it is, but people like try to structure it into something that it's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, let's give it rules.
Yeah.
That's most.
There's not specific rules. Well, you gotta learn the rules, then you can break them. That's what I was taught.
Yeah.
You gotta know what the rules are, then you can break them. That's what you're supposed to do.
That's what you do. Same thing for writing. Same thing for everything. You learn the rules, and then you break them.
I mean, Picasso was great at that. I mean, he was a fine artist, and he decided, enough of this crap. Let's go abstract.
So something's just a rule until somebody figures out how to do it. Then once they figure out how to do it, it's gone.
I'm constantly being told, "Oh, is this a poem, Ralph?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "But it doesn't look like poetry. It doesn't sound like poetry." I'm like, "What does poetry look like and it sounds like? It rhymes." I'm like, "Not all poetry rhymes."
Haikus don't rhyme
at all. I've seen a haiku that might rhyme one or two, but yeah, no, it's not usually the case with haikus. Usually they let you. I feel like haikus leave you hanging. You're like, well. Oh man, I gotta say, we're talking all this history. So Paul, why don't you tell the people all the good stuff? Tell them, you know what? You know what to do. You've been here long enough.
I've been here long enough in your show. I probably sound like a broken record at this point. Anyway, Time Enforcers is a role-playing video game and digital comic where we make learning history fun. So it's really meant to be a learning experience for kids to come into the game and then hopefully get interested in following up what these characters are that we're talking about during the course of the playtime. This came out of COVID. I saw the experience that my family was going through in terms of the inability to engage kids in a virtual environment. I really wanted to make learning fun again. And that's really the premise of what we're doing here at Time Enforcers. We're looking to have kids get interested in learning about, the past, and then hopefully pick their interests so that they can go on and start investigating it for themselves. That's really what drove me to come up with this idea. And all the characters in the game have some premise in history. Like we were joking about the character that I'll be dressed up as, and I usually get like a Doc Brown or an Albert Einstein, but my character is actually based on C.T. Huygens, who was a scientist from the 18th century. He actually invented the pendulum, and he's one of the main characters in the game. H.G. Wells, which everyone knows, who's a novelist for sci-fi from the late 19th century, and he's actually the executive director of the Galactic Space Time Consortium. And then the characters that are in the game themselves, like Kaizen, he's more like a character that embodies the samurai culture during Japan during the feudal time. And then we're going to be focusing on episode 2. We're going to be looking at Amelia Earhart, and then episode 3 is going to be focused on this gentleman from colonial times in the revolution called Benjamin Banneker, who actually was an African-American, and he invented the first wooden clock. So what fascinates me is I just like doing the research into these characters and finding out what they are. Usually not a lot of people know about it, which is another thing that I like really exposing this stuff to, is just, bringing to light a lot of these important personalities that may have been overlooked, from like, the big namesakes like Alexander or Washington or Oppenheimer, whoever that may be, and really focusing on those individuals that may not have like the big names that we've learned in history. So that's the idea. The first episode is done. It's in the can. We have it for sale on the majority of the app stores. The only one we don't have it on is Google Play, but we've got it for the iPhone, iPad, Android, tablet, and phone, as well as PC and Mac. So we've got our platforms pretty well covered. And it's really inexpensive to buy. It's only $2. And I really like it. I've played it like probably about 400 hours now in development, and I still like it. So that's pretty good.
I hope so. That's a lot of hours.
Yeah. Well, you keep going over and over again. It's like, oh, there's another mistake. I got to fix that one. So all these things crop up after you view it like 10 times. That's what makes it fun. You know, it's like I learned the programming myself. I mean, I didn't have any really programming experience before this, and so I took it upon myself. If I'm going to do it, I really want to learn it and get it done right. And then the artwork I've done myself. I mean, I started out in graphic design in school, had a somewhat of a fine art background, so I have drawing techniques. Not probably not as good as a lot of people, but I still like the characters I developed. And so I get the program, the art, doing the marketing myself, and then the social media, and appearing on webcasts by myself. So there you go. But yeah, it's good. We're good. And I forgot to mention, I have tagged my family for some of the voiceovers. So my son Tommy does the narration. My daughter does the Inquisitor, who asks the questions of the player that you have to answer for the historical fact. That's where you actually learn about history. And then my wife does Amelia Earhart, and those are that's pretty much everyone did voiceovers. So my other two sons didn't want to do voiceovers. That's all right. But I did everything else. So like half the characters in the game, I have this voice modulator that I use. It's really cool. So it like changes my voice enough so you don't know who it is. It's really great.
I am the man.
Yeah. I start going into like chronolith, and it's just like, it's so cool. I sound so evil. I love it.
It's always fun. I gotta say, Paul, like there's you got this thing that it's all history now, but you have so many facets of history. Like we were just talking about art history, and then you have comic history, and you have there's so much. Are you gonna like come down to one of these like levels and figure out if you want to do something with what Stan Lee or Picasso, like you were saying?
I'm even going more old time. I mean, there's a bookstore over where my son works called McNally. And I actually ordered a book for Will Eisner. So I'm going to do some research on him.
Ooh, Will.
He's really one of the grandfathers of the whole comic book industry. I mean, he's up there, with Schuster and, Kane and everyone else. And so I thought that'd be great to focus on him. If nothing pans out from his story, I'll find something else. But I agree. I think having, artists for the standpoint of, there you go. I love it. I love Eisner. He's such a great talent. He really was. He's just amazing. His work is amazing. And, but yeah, just focusing on different genres of art. I mean, I actually went to the Boston Museum almost a year and a half ago, and they had an exhibit by Hosokai, the artist who's from Japan, who did the Great Wave, and his stuff was just amazing. So I thought of, maybe doing an episode of his focused on his artwork. So everything will look like a Hosokai wave, which is kind of cool. So it's really trying to take the ideas of, not only the characters from history, but also what they did in terms of their influence, and really bring that to the game as well. And try and bring the experiences being more than just, a role-playing video game or an interactive comic. Really trying to immerse the kids, in something about what we're talking about with the episodes being presented. And remiss for me to not say, but in episode 2, along with Amelia Earhart, we'll be featuring a new character in the game. His name is Detective Nico Time. And what's great about this, he's going to be based on the whole film noir characters like the Sam Spades and the Philip Marlowes of the film genre of the 40s, the 30s and the 40s. And so he's going to be in grayscale, where everyone else is going to be in color. And he's going to have this really cool device called the gumshoe debilitator. And what it is a magnifying glass that blurts out bubblegum blobs at the enemies to slow them down. So there you go, your gumshoe debilitator.
Love it.
It's going to be fun. And not only that, but Ralph is going to be voicing the character first. So I'm pulling my script together so that I can get him in studio, and then there'll be someone else besides me doing the voiceovers, which is great. So it's going to be cool.
All right, Gumshoes, you know what to do.
Exactly.
Ralph's just going to be playing himself. He's just going to...
I don't want his head to get too big, so I'll bring him down a notch. But yeah, he's gonna
self-narrate himself while he's narrating. It's gonna be great.
Hey, that's okay. I did deviate from the script all the time. I'm all right with that. You know, add things as you go, Ralph. I'm good as long as I know ahead of time what it is, so I can, you know, model the characters.
I can say now. So now Ralph is gonna be all gumshoe. Yes, I'm being all gumshoe. Nobody's talking to you. I'm sorry. You shut up.
No, you shut up.
See, well, it was a dark and stormy night. No, you don't have to say that.
No, I won't be that cornball. I am cornball though. I love the cornball stuff. I mean, I love the Batman from the '60s. I'm trying to bring that into play. It's just you know, all the fun stuff I grew up with. This next episode is going to have like a Galaga feel to it. So you have like the trying to do it in 8-bit for this one. You have like the old 1980s videos games where you're flying through space, whatever, and blowing up enemies in space, and that's really the whole premise of it. But yeah, I grew up playing video games, and I wanted to bring video games into this as well as growing with the art and the comic books as well as the history. So I'm really trying to bring everything together and just make it a fun time, and try not to take it too seriously. So
you got to do. You got to have fun with it. You know, you got to enjoy it. You got to get creative. You got to have fun.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing I see about, you know, the whole Marvel universe, which killed me about the whole Loki story. I just stopped watching it because they're just getting too serious with themselves. Like, so what if the timeline gets blown up? What's the big deal? It's a comic book. Just blow it up. You know, we don't have to keep it in play. And this is Loki, for God's sakes. He's like the god of mischief, and he really wants to get this moral streak in him. Well, then now it ain't gonna happen. Screw it.
I gotta say though, the character has grown, and it's been a natural growth. So I'm like, okay, you know, I can see the writing. I can see the writing in it.
No, he's the
Well, Loki's dead. He's a variant, so I don't really.
He's a variant, yeah.
He's a variant. Okay.
That's so I don't, you know.
No, I don't got it. I don't buy it.
He's a variant, you know. Weird.
I don't know.
No, just go.
I like the way the story ended, so I can't say anything.
I mean, he's the only Marvel villain that's still alive because they just kill him off right away. So.
They do.
Kind of alive.
You're a Marvel villain.
They waste so many good villains, man. Just come out and they get killed off right away. It's just like they just like waste so many villains the other way, you know.
No, that's what I like about this because you know the way I see the storyline going. I don't know where it's going to begin with, but I do know the bad guys are going to win at some point. And I don't know if they're going to be beaten or not. So I'll let you guys know about that one as it goes. So it's like I said, let's just blow things up for that. Blow things up. You never know.
I don't think we would know if the bad guys won because it's history.
Exactly. Because it's history.
That we wouldn't know.
And that brings up a good point because, you know, the whole thing with the, you know, going back in time, altering reality. I go back to the old Star Trek episode. You remember the one City on the Edge of Forever?
Yeah.
Where they go through the Big Mile and they go back to 1928 and they're like trying to Edith Keeler and the whole thing. And it's like, well, Bones messed it up in the first place and there was no Federation anymore. So I'm like one of those singularity guys where it's like, it's not multiple universes. It's one universe. You screw up the timeline, it's gone. That's the way I look at it. So it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna really enjoy that. That makes it a lot easier.
Like I always say, not that they haven't done good things with Jason Todd since then, but I always thought it was a mistake to bring him back to life because, like, you have to let the bad guys win sometimes, you know. And you know, you just if there's no threat, if like you know everything just gets overturned, and now Gwen Stacy's coming back to life. Oh gosh. You have to let the bad guys win sometimes so it can mean something, you know? Like, if not, everything's a joke. Nothing means anything, you know? It's, you know.
It's true.
I'm just waiting for Uncle Ben to come back to life.
Yeah. No responsibility because nothing matters.
I was dying when they killed Aunt May. I mean, good gravy. I mean, Mia, what's her name? Mia, whatever.
They did kill her off. Then they brought her back.
That's what I'm saying. They killed her. It's like, oh, come on. Is there no shame?
Who was asking for Aunt May to come back to life? I mean, we were good. Like, I don't. Oh my gosh. You know. And you know, and they draw a lot. Sometimes they draw her like younger than ever. I remember like the Steve Ditko days. She looked like she was on her deathbed like every day.
It was great.
Now a lot of times she's pretty much as Marissa Tomei with like gray hair in the comics sometimes.
Exactly. Yeah. She looks much younger now.
Yeah.
Oh man, Mindy, I know when we were at your table at Cosmic Con, you know, you had other things, you know, and I was kind of surprised to see what you had, but it made sense because you had the religious people in the building, so you brought those books out. Can you talk a little bit about those?
Oh, that's right. So let's see. I have illustrated 4 of the series. It's called the God Superheroes series, and basically it's like books about Catholic saints, and like because like a lot of their stories are like pretty incredible, and like they could have like quote superpowers as we might see them, like supernatural, like
Exactly.
or gifts from God or things like that. And yeah, so these are the first 2 that I did a couple years ago, and then these are this is volume 2 that I had finished up last year. And yeah, it was a great project. It's very inspiring. I don't usually carry these books around to me to every Comic Con because it's in a comic style, but it's like, as you can see, some of it is like text.
Right.
So but yeah, they specifically hired me because I am a cartoonist. Like, yes, sometimes they'll have like speech bubbles in there, but yeah, I mean these books are like pretty heavy, so I don't
I can
carry
see
them.
just picking a couple of these would give you a lot of trouble.
Yeah,
pretty
like,
cool.
and it's like, honestly, I didn't even sell any at Cosmic Con
I'm surprised
because
though, especially because they started coming in from downstairs.
yeah. But I mean that Cosmic Con is that's a different story in and of itself. But
That's true.
yeah, like I'm like here's one that's cool about like Saint Anthony. It's like all of the sea creatures like coming up.
What made you decide to do this project?
So they picked me. Like, I think I saw a posting on Facebook, on a Facebook group or something
Nice.
at one point. This was years ago. This was like right before the pandemic, and so like I was working on this project, and then everything shut down, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna work on this project, and I'm really glad that it worked out. But yeah, it was a good thing to do. But
When I see prose books with they have like comic book art, it's usually like well, the black and white, that's one thing, and well at least the interiors, and it'll just be one drawing for each chapter, and sometimes the drawing doesn't even match what's going on in the chapters. It looks like your book has more art than that, and it's color, and it has more art than just a chapter intro, so it looks really cool.
Thank you. Yes. So like this, and another thing to note about this is that it's not one continuous story. It's like it's focusing on like it's like 36 or so like saints in one book, and so there are a lot of different illustrations there's a high illustration to text ratio, let's say.
Which is great because like 20 Saints, sometimes you don't get that.
Yeah, my favorite. Well, they're even like supposedly prose books that they have. It kills me. Like the drawing for the chapter doesn't match what's happening in the chapter. Like, did you read
That's a good Easter one.
Did they give you the story to read? I don't know who's at fault, but
I completely agree.
Yeah. I mean, these books are cool. You can get them online. OSV.com, or you can get them on Amazon. I don't have them on my website, but I feel like I have a lot of these, but I rarely have chances to sell them. But like this is one of my favorite ones. This is a cool one. This is
that's cool.
Nice.
The apparition, the vision at Fatima, which is like a
oh my god,
miracle. So it's
that's
kind
a great
of like
story.
It's kind of Airhead related because it's like, oh yeah, like fireball in the sky, like like it's awesome. Like
That's really cool.
And, we don't, and especially like the stuff like that, you don't usually get to see it much. And that's why I think you have so much trouble with selling them sometimes, is that they don't fit into, as much as they fit, they don't fit into the regular comic stuff that we do.
Yeah, like I mean, it's tangential to the realm of comics.
Hmm.
It's definitely, still related. Um, but yeah, marketing is hard. I mean,
You're not kidding.
even even
A
like
full-time job.
with my Airhead comics, like this is a legit comic. Like, yeah, and even I have a hard time selling Airhead at Comic Cons. So it's just like sometimes people will go for the like if I'm drawing portraits, like is the draw a portrait, or sometimes like if I'll have like other mini comics, that's something like this, like okay, Coronamonium NYC, which is like I feel like people are like totally over COVID comics, but like whatever, I still have a lot of these left. It's just like slice of life stuff. Um, I do have some of these like Ashcan, comics.
I saw a lot of that type of stuff at the last year's BICS. There was a
Mm.
lot of people with their slice of life types of little books. You didn't see, it wasn't all regular comic books. It was everywhere. That's why I think I liked it so much. It wasn't just comics. It was a bunch of different things, and then sometimes things that were comics weren't done the regular way that comics are usually done. Or sometimes you saw ash cans, or sometimes you saw black and whites. It was completely indie last year, which is I loved it.
Yeah, yeah. Like I'll definitely have it's always good to bring some variety, just because you never know like what will resonate with some
Hmm.
people. Like, um, but yeah, like it's just funny. Like even with Airhead, like the style, it's like kind of anime manga style, but like people that like anime manga like probably would say it looks too American, or people that like, or like it's too also for like an indie comic show like SPX, it looks like it's too much of a mainstream comic just because of the size or format, or like because it looks so polished or whatever. Like yeah, I feel like it's difficult to find a place to fit it where it fits in exactly, but it's indie. That's indie is a good coverall for stuff that doesn't really fit anywhere else.
I agree, and I think one of the problems is that we again is the whole definition thing. People are constantly trying to define things so they are a thing, and you sit there going, no. If it's indie, it's indie. Don't give me this definition. It's
It's
supposed to be
hard for
fun.
it's hard for some people to break out of the box.
Yeah,
It's,
people get nervous when you try to break the box.
yeah, this doesn't make sense. Where does this story come from? I don't understand this. Well, you have to read it. So
Mhm.
Because then I've seen people argue over what's indie comics. And it's the funniest argument to me because you have a superhero in an indie comic and go, that's not indie comics.
Oh, that is you're opening a can of worms there. Oh my gosh. I mean, yeah, like I feel like if it's made by an artist that is not working for a company, it is indie.
Yeah.
No matter if
And
there's a superhero or not in there.
exactly. It's just so funny because then they'll be like, oh, it has to be horror or sci-fi, or I'm like, all that stuff's in comic books too. So what the heck's the difference?
I mean, yeah, if you're an independent artist, it's indie. That's it. I
Yeah.
mean, that's really it.
And if you're not working for the two companies, and the book's not for the two companies or three companies, if you add it, well, a couple of companies, if you do add Image and Dark Horse, because some people don't consider those indies, and I'm like, but it's still indie. they're
I mean,
higher up indies, but they're still indie.
I would say if Diamond doesn't distribute your book, but I've seen like indie books in comic book
In
stores
time,
now,
yeah.
so it's very blurry. You can't say that anymore. Like, well, so yeah, even like on Midtown's list, I see like some in books that were on Kickstarter. I was like, huh? How did
Yeah.
this get here? I'm glad, but what?
Yep.
I'm glad for the artist, you know. Yeah.
That's my favorite thing is to go to the
That
comic
was
store
cool.
and take a picture of the people I know. Look what I found at Midtown Comics. Then I post it up.
Yeah, I tell you one time I saw Dirk Manning's book, A Hypnotropic Comics. I was like, what? The comics cover, I mean, it's like this small, dude. I was like, oh, he's in the camera. I'm like, what, did I hit my elbow against the wall? Like it's like this small. So yeah, but I was just shocked to see it. I was like, wow, how did this get here? That was cool.
It's always fun to find, like, especially from the indie creators we know. We'll end up at the comic stores. You know, at least Royal Collectibles, which is usually the local comic store that I go to, they have tons and tons of indie stuff because they support a lot of indie creators. But it's fun, folks. Come on, get your indie stuff. It's the good stories.
Yeah, there's some stores that they'll support local artists. Like if
Yeah.
you're nearby a store, just go there, show them your stuff, and some of them will put it on the rack. You know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and speaking of comic stores, Free Comic Book Day is coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be a fun Free Comic Book Day.
We're all curious what's going to happen with the whole diamond thing. It's very weird. I don't know. We'll see.
Supposedly, from what I've heard, that there's going to be a Free Comic Book Day. There's a lot of free comics that are supposed to be happening.
I think Lunar is doing a lot of it. There are a lot of companies that are just leaving diamond left and right. So
yeah.
So yeah, you can either Lunar or Penguin or Simon and Schuster or something. So yeah.
May 3rd. Wow, that's 2 weeks away.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Wow, it's only 2 weeks
scary.
away.
It's May already?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, this is the busy time. There's a con or something like every week that
Yeah. Let's see. Free Comic Book Day is 2 weeks away. At the same time, I think that weekend, the Forest Hills Comic Con is happening that weekend. Yeah, the ones in the Forest Hills High School is happening that weekend. I think there's also another one that first weekend of May.
Yeah, there's an anime con in Sussex as well that weekend. Because it's Free Comic Book Day, I'm going in costume.
Garden State Anime Fest.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Garden State Anime Fest will be that weekend as well.
Yep.
Yeah. And isn't it happening at the same time as the library convention? What's it called? Anime.
Oh, MCon is happening next this weekend at the same time as BICS.
Oh, okay. Wow. Oh, okay.
So BICS and MCon will be happening on the same weekend.
Mm.
And folks, if these are the cons you want to go to, the library con, the independent con, so if you're in Long Island, hit MCon. If you're here in Brooklyn, hit BICS.
Yeah, and there's the Bronx Con too. Isn't there like May 10th around then?
Well, we have the panel in the Bronx at the Bronx College. It'll be Derek's thing, Comics in the Bronx, and I will be moderating that panel on May 10th at Bronx College.
Cool.
It's gonna have a bunch of people there, all talking about creating comics.
That's really cool, Raphael. Very cool.
So May 10th, if you guys want, head up to Bronx College. I think we should be streaming it as well, if I remember right. Get up there, and if you want to ask questions about creating comics, this is your time to ask. Yeah, we're busy, and that's just the beginning of May.
Yeah.
That's May 10th, and let's see, May 10th. May 17th.
Does Derek have somebody set up to record it, or me and Shadow did it one time? It was a disaster.
I think they got somebody recording it. We might record it ourselves too. I guess we'll see what happens.
But like Shadow did half of it on his phone. It's like, I'm out of my battery. Could you do the rest of it? And then like, but I don't get it out of her phone to give it to somebody else. I could. It's all.
Is May 17th and 18th.
Mm-hmm.
And then free at the end of May, you got Kaiju Brooklyn. Yeah, you got Kaiju Brooklyn at Fine Point Festival. And then the first week of June, you got Brooklyn Comic Con.
Is 5 Point and Brooklyn Comic Con the same time again?
No. Now this time is Kaiju Brooklyn and 5 Point. And then Brooklyn Comic Con is the week after that.
Oh, okay. Well, at least I've never been to Kaiju in Brooklyn, but yeah, 5 Point in Brooklyn. They last few years they have them both at the same time.
And then June ends with Garden State Comic Fest.
We've been busy.
And that's just May and June. And I didn't even say all the cons that are there. Folks, if you guys like cons, it is con season. Big cons, little cons, anime cons, trading card show cons. Oh, that's right. That's another thing that's happening that same weekend as May 3rd and 4th is they're doing the trade con in the Meadowlands in Long Island. So the trade card show con is there. The guys from Hit Point will be there because it's the gaming con.
Okay. Is that what
that's just 3 cons in one weekend.
Is that like what it sounds like for trading cards, basically?
Yeah, it's all trading cards. It's Pokemon. It's Magic the Gathering. All that beautiful stuff is in this thing, and they actually are in the bigger place now. They're in the Meadowlands Arena because they've been doing it from hotel to hotel, and I think this is the first time they're gonna expand it into something much bigger.
Interesting.
I know you folks out there taking notes, so either you're gonna hold this up and rewind it later.
Well, I'm surprised you're not putting the links in the chat, Ralph. What's going on? Come on, get the links up there.
Links in the chat. Well, one lazy guy better get his work done.
Well, when the people who run those cons come to our show, not about them today. So
Look at what I'll do is since BICS is this weekend, I will put the BICS information.
Right. There you go.
And Mindy's gonna be at BICS, so you better go to BICS, people.
We should all be there.
Lots of stuff going on, and I heard there's some kind of after party or something on.
Oh yeah, they love having a nice after party, and it's already in Industry City, so you can just imagine.
Yeah.
There you go. I put the information for BICS right there, and if you guys are interested in MCon, I'll do my thing over here. I'll go looking for it. Of course, I'm gonna have to talk through this as I do my 80s impersonation of a TV show when the world's ending. Oh my God! Let's see, MCon, which is it's the East Meadow Public Library. There you go.
You know what guests they have this year? They usually have somebody from the anime industry, like.
Let's see. Oh, Gata Negra is going to be there.
Who's going to be there? I'm sorry.
The Gata Negra.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And of course, one of the reasons I was going to go to this was because Mark Torres from the Came from the Radio is going to be doing his radio play on Saturday. That's why I was supposed to go there, but I ended up having to go to BICS both days. So you guys are going to have to go do the radio play without this beautiful voice.
Oh, who's going to do Ralph's part? Oh. I bet you it's your friend that you're always talking about. Why don't you put the link in the comments?
If he does the voice like that,
I bet he's going to take your job. Oh,
there you have it, folks. Saturday and Sunday, April 26th and 27th, MCon at the East Meadow Public Library. Go check it out. If you are in Long Island, you should check this out. It's a free convention. This is like the weekend of free because BICS is free, MCon is free. Come on, folks, get out of your houses.
It's
That's a lot of free stuff.
That MCon is spelled with an E and not the M first. So I feel like that's a little confusing, but if someone is just listening to this as they're doing other things, MCon is spelled E-M and not just the letter M.
See, folks, that's why Indy's the girl.
kind of like the old typesetting, right? M-N, E-M-E-N spacing. There you go. Sorry,
Exactly.
I'm geeking out. I'm really nerdy right now.
Well, it's MCon because it's the East Meadow Public Library.
Oh, it doesn't. It's not typesetting.
Okay.
It's not M space.
I can think in Emerald City, like East Meadow.
Can we define it?
And I've been to the show like three. And I've been to that show like 3 times, and I still can't get it.
Yeah,
right.
Tony's been there like a couple times.
Funny, I like your definition of the best Emerald City. That's cool.
East Meadow Public Library Convention.
Okay, like you take me to Emerald City, I know.
You know somebody's gonna end up in Emerald City and go, you know, the guys from Bit and Apple TV said it was gonna be here. It's not here.
Well, it's that guy that was gonna do your voice. He said,
Exactly.
that guy Robert Tony said Emerald City.
Why did you put the links in the link section? I don't want to go looking for it. Oh my God. It wouldn't be that bad if you wouldn't keep saying. All right, folks. Let's see what else we got over here before oh, that's nice. Hold on.
Thank you. So like this is another test I'm gonna do, but like I'm good at drawing portraits. So I usually draw portraits at Comic Cons. It's like for BICS I'll do like probably just like it's kind of like a flyer, and then it's like your head is like in the flyer. So it's like basically like I draw other stuff around, and then so to do them fast I only draw the heads. But yeah, like this is self-portrait. I didn't put my glasses in there because I don't wear my glasses all the time. But but yeah, like if you'd like a portrait, I may or may not be sketching them. I'm not sure if we're gonna have time to do the portrait, but that is another thing that I'm known for in drawing portraits at conventions. Yeah.
See, folks, all bunch of reasons why you should go to Indy's table and get yourself some stuff. So you guys are gonna go to BICS, you're gonna go to Mindy's table, and you're gonna go, do me. And she's gonna do all this beautiful stuff and make you look like a nice little portrait.
And I do pets too.
That's always a big thing. I know a lot of people who want their pets drawn, especially if they don't have them anymore.
Oh yeah, definitely commemorative.
Shadow Rabbit ends up doing a lot of those with clay, where people will come and ask them to do a version of one of their pets that's passed away.
Oh wow!
Hey, wow!
Yeah,
I've seen him at shows. Yeah, he'll make any figure you want. He'll do it like right there on the spot. But I didn't know that people ask for pets. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Is it air dry clay or oven baked clay?
He does both.
That's interesting. I mean, in my new teaching job, I help with the painting in clay as well as like that. I mean, it's not really comics focused. So I do some comics things, but it's more craft focused with painting in clay. And so like that's why I ask, because I'm like, oh, I'm more familiar with clay now. And so it's like the air dry clay, you can just take it home right away. But it's like if it was oven baked clay, then either A, he would have to have, and there are like little ovens you could have like right there if you have like an outlet or something, or you would have to have directions for the person to hopefully bake their object and not explode in the oven. I mean, a lot of it explodes. Like, yeah.
So microwave's not a good idea then?
What's not a good idea?
Microwaving is not a good
Microwave.
idea.
Oh, no.
That sounds like an even worse explosion.
Oh, this is a good idea.
As you can see here, these are Shadow Rabbit's bits and pieces from when we were at Tabletop Gaming Expo. These are the little ones he does with his hands. So this is the soft clay. He actually makes scenes for people. And that's Shadow Rabbit.
Cool.
Yeah, I remember winter like he made this figure for like this little girl who was about 7 or so, and she looked at Shadow and she said like, "Oh, serious? You have a gift." Like it was so cute. It was so cute.
That's cute. That is too cute. All right, folks. Let's see. What do we have over here? Let's start off with Papa then. Papa is Phil Russell's baby right now. He's trying to get this published, and looks like he is at the funded zone. Yep, he's at 2,058. He needed 2,000. He has 45 backers, 17 days to go. Come on, folks, we can get him to $4,000 or $5,000 because he's trying to do this for his father, who passed away with cancer about a year ago. And this whole story is a thing that he wanted to get into his father's hand before he died, but he wasn't able to do that. So now he's trying to get the whole thing published. He was going to do a trade paperback or a graphic novel, and he wasn't able to do it because it would cost way too much money. So he's broken it up into 5 comic issues. It's a fantastic book. I got a chance to read it myself. If you like Silver Age comics, this is right up your alley. It's also a heart-tugging piece of written beauty, if I say so myself. Why not? Let's go to the videotape.
Meet Bruce Rogers, a 75-year-old Vietnam veteran who's spending his twilight years living with his son, daughter-in-law, and 12-year-old granddaughter, Melody. Bruce and his son have a strange relationship that has never been resolved. Melody is the light of Bruce's life, as they've formed a bond that never grew between him and his son, Craig. When a threat to Bruce's family arises, this old man must decide what he's willing to do in order to keep his family safe. What would you do? What would you sacrifice for the sake of your family?
Yep, that is the Kickstarter. Beautiful story. Folks, go support it. Go check it out. I'll make it easier for you guys. I'll do that thing where I put it into the comment section, make life easier.
I was waiting for the link to show up. It's taking so long, Ralph.
I don't know, man. That guy can go find it himself.
I already funded it, so I'm okay. So I'm good.
Oh my god. Let's see what else we got. If you like D&D, here, this one should be right up your alley, guys. Our friend DM Ray has made this fantastic book based on his adventures with his group of friends when they were playing D&D. It's called The Madcaps. It's a 3-issue series. They're on the 2nd issue here. He just reached his 2nd stretch goal at 2030. So, you know, everybody's excited now. You guys want to keep getting this guy to reach his stretch goals, because if you help him reach his last and final stretch goal, you'll get a chance to see why you're going to want issue 3, where he gives you a preview, a black and white preview, actually, of what the cover is going to be. So, folks, there you have it. You like D&D? Go check it out. Again, I'll put it into the comment section while you guys listen to this video.
After Jazgo and myself received a surprise visit from Dunnan and Madrakas, we were able to help the local guards stave off the beginnings of an undead outbreak. I recognise one of the fallen creatures to be an addict to the local drug, Weave. After following a lead, the 4 of us were able to track down a group of bandits transporting the drug. Fortunately, we were able to control the situation, and Dunnan has a gift with blinding perspectives.
You get to choose which of my friends here you are going to speak to. If not, I'll pick for you.
We had no idea that this was the beginning of a very long night.
Told you guys, it was great. It also has a tier on it, a fantastic tier. I've done the tier twice already. I've already signed up to do it this 3rd time, where you get a chance to play one of your characters from your own creations in this one-shot game, which is fantastic. And it really helped me to see my character differently by playing them in this game, so I was able to write them differently because now I got a chance to see the character as he was thinking and doing what they were doing, which was fantastic. And it's one of the tiers. It's one shot. It's limited to 6 people. I think there's 3 people that have already taken it. I'm one of them. Go check it out. Of course, yeah, it's in there in the comment sections over there. And if we're still talking D&D and cuteness, then you guys want to go check out Tentacle Kitty because they have their campaign critters 2nd edition going. This is where I got my Tentacle Kitty with my beautiful D&D getup. I got his mage outfit, and right now you can get your own D&D Tentacle Kitty, and there's a bunch of other little cute ones. I'll show you a little bit of this.
I can't believe this. What is this? A plushie?
Yep, it's a plushie.
It's like plushies make like $100,000, and like comic books struggle to make like $2,000.
Well, it kind of makes sense though, only because it costs $50 to.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, look at this. It is
162,000. Yeah, Tentacle Kitty. I first met them at New York Comic Con, and we've been following them for years. I think they've been around as long as we have. Which is 10 years, folks, in October.
So they're Cthulhu kittens, I guess.
That's exactly what it is. It's Cthulhu kittens.
Cute.
Folks, great stuff. Let's see, where's besides the good like extra stuff with the potions and the mimics, the golden mimics. See, these are the ones I got, right? Let me see. I got the one with the beard and the mustache. Is he here? No, I think they changed it up this time. So what I did was I got one of these guys, like the angry little one here. Then they have the outfits from D&D, and you can be the mage, the paladin, the fighter, the barbarian. Lots of fun, folks. Lots of fun. I've enjoyed Tentacle Kitty for a long time. I've bought my daughter a couple of them. They're a lot of fun. And of course, our friend Kat Calamia has her book, Like Father, Like Daughter. Great book. It's the first time. This is the book that caught our attention with Kat the first time we met her at actually 5 Point Festival ages ago now. It's Like Father, Like Daughter. This is like the second story that she's been telling with Like Father, Like Daughter. In this one, she finds her father who died in the last series. Somebody's impersonating him, and she's trying to figure out who it is. This is a fantastic story. Kat does a great job at writing. Go check it out, folks. She's at 5,413. She's trying to reach 8,000. 195 backers. 24 days to go.
The people from the Tentacle Kitty thing need to like back her project too, because it's like that one's successful. Like have a little cross promo there. Like she always funds. She'll be all right.
Oh, she always funds.
She always funds.
Kat always funds.
But but we'll help her out. But
exactly.
Yeah, because just because you fund, that's not enough. You need more than what you're asking for.
Oh, you always need more than what you're asking. Yeah. We all know we've all done I'm doing a Kickstarter, and it's coming sooner or later. But we all worked on Kickstarters here, and the last thing you need is for you to fund on the money, and the next thing you know, somebody decides to pull their money out.
Wait, I thought that Kickstarter like stopped. They don't allow that anymore. Like after
they still allow it.
After you funded.
Oh no!
I think
after you fund it, it's a little different, but at the same time, you can still default after you fund.
Yeah, you can back out at any time, pretty much.
Interesting.
Yeah, you can back out after the campaign's ended and say, "No, I don't want to pay for it."
I guess that's true. Ugh.
What most people do is that sometimes after the campaign ends, stuff happens with cards and stuff like that, and that's how you lose more.
Yeah. Luckily, that hasn't happened too much with me, but I've only ran 2 so far. But
people are just jerks, because even if something happens, you still have like 14 days to figure something out. I mean, I don't know.
You could fix it,
happens, but also some people are jerks. There's just you know.
Some people are jerks.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to my Madcaps in Papa, so I'm excited about that.
That's right,
I'll
folks.
back out, I promise.
Get your Madcaps, your Papa. I signed up for both of them. And I'm probably going to get Cat's book because I have the rest of the series here in the house.
Are any of those people from the Kickstarter going to be at BICS?
Good question. I know that Phil said that he's going to probably show up Saturday or Sunday. He'll probably be there in person. I'm not sure if Cat's going to be there. I think she is elsewhere this weekend.
Is Phil tabling?
Street.
Is Phil going to table? Sometimes he just roams around.
He's going to walk through.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was here on the show last week.
2 weeks
and
ago.
He asked me for the information so he can go to the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
And folks, I want to remind you that BICS is free.
Mm-hmm.
It's free. It's here in Brooklyn. It's an industry city. Dude, there's just so many reasons for you to go. You can see Mindy. You can get your portrait done by Mindy. You can see Paul in his Time Enforcers getup. Find him.
Incognito.
Get a picture, and I'll give you something.
You find me, you get a prize.
There you go.
No, don't give
My
away.
pocket's full of stuff, so don't worry about it.
Don't give away secret identity, man.
You know who it is. All you can do is go to my Instagram channel. You know exactly who I am.
Folks, I'm not giving anything away. As soon as you see Paul at BICS, you're gonna know it's him. I can't say no. If you want, go look at an Instagram picture because we have a couple of.
I'm all over. Just Chrono Whiz Quiz. Put it that way.
I mean, if comics have taught me anything, just take your glasses off. No one will recognize you.
I'm actually wearing glasses. So, no.
Yeah.
Where'd Mindy go?
Who's that? Where did you go?
Look, young lady. We were talking to Mindy Indy.
It's like
She
Clark
looks
Kent.
good.
Oh, you're back, Mindy. You should have. Some lady was there sitting in your chair.
The world always kills me. Like the world's greatest investigative award-winning journalist sit right next to Clark Kent every day. Can't figure out he's Superman. You know?
Can't figure out Superman.
I think my favorite explanation.
He saves her at night. Can't figure it out.
I think my favorite explanation though is the whole idea because when Christopher Reeves did it, it was two.
Oh yeah, Christopher Reeves is the best. Yeah.
Yeah, it was two different characters. You can tell. I feel like with that version of Superman, you can see why nobody knew that Clark Kent was Superman.
I don't know, man. It's just like you got a freaking Clark Kent who's built like a brick house, and it's like
Dude, Christopher Reeves when he was Clark Kent, he was like this, and he had the stutter. He wasn't like this as Clark Kent.
Yeah, he did the best. Have you seen the new guy? I mean, I haven't seen his acting, but just the way the Clark Kent looked. Superman is like completely different. So
yeah,
he pulled off the acting. That's the thing with Christopher Reeve. He pulled off the acting so well.
Exactly.
He was like
so
clumsy
that Tony and Ralph can get fooled pretty easily. That's all I gotta say.
No, I call it acting. Christopher Reeve was a fantastic actor. I love how his Superman and his Clark Kent were two totally different people. And if you don't believe me, go watch the movie, folks. The good movie.
No, the first Superman were great.
Yeah.
The first two, the third one, the fourth one.
You don't speak of the third one or the fourth one.
I just liked it when Gene Hackman like took the wig off. It was awesome.
Yeah.
That was totally awesome.
All right, so Indy, tell the people where they can find you, all the good stuff. I know for sure you'll be at BICS this weekend, but tell them where else they can get you.
Yeah, so I'm most active on Instagram at Mindy Indy _art. You can also find me on mindyindy.com. And I have, my portfolio there. I have like an online store that has a few things in there. And that's really, I'm not really on like too much other social media. Yes. Oh, yes. These are things from when I ran my own Comic-Con a couple of months ago. Yes, Comics and Caffeine Fast, which was a blast.
I love the title, man. I love the name of it. As soon as you told me about that, I was like, whoa, that's a good name.
Yeah.
And you did it at a comic store, right?
No, it was at a cafe.
It was at a cafe.
Yeah.
I think that's why I liked it even more.
Yeah. It was awesome. Yeah.
Are you
So
gonna do another one?
I would like to. I mean, it's a lot of work. I mean, honestly, I
It
can't
is.
even
It
keep up
definitely
with
is.
the Instagram posts. I was like, oh yes, I'm going to keep my audience engaged and like, because I made a separate Instagram account, which is, if you want to follow that one, it's Comics and Caffeine Fest. It's spelled out like AND. Comics and Caffeine Fest on Instagram. But like I tried, it's difficult on top of everything else to even do Instagram posts. Like honestly, it's
Yeah,
hard.
you're not
It's like
joking.
I was like, yes, I'm gonna do once a week,
Uh-huh.
but even that is just like if I'm behind on my freelance work, I'm not doing an Instagram post. Like, like it's hard to balance. I mean, I'm glad to have the work. Anyway, meanwhile, before I go, I need to say this. So I'm in my art studio now, and me and my studio mate, Bill Roundy, are looking for a third studio mate.
Ooh.
So I made a post on Gertie's list, which I will share with you guys. Yeah, we're looking for preferably another cartoonist or someone that just needed a desk space. And yeah, this is great for me. Like I have my space here. I do computer stuff. I do, watercolor stuff and a lot of other things. We each have our own corners. We're in a larger artist community, and it's a great community. But yeah, we are looking for another person. So let me send you that link, and then you can
Yeah, put
post
it right there in
it.
the private chat, and I'll stick it into the comment section.
Okay, will do. Thank you so much. Yeah, because we're looking for someone that needs to start May 15th. So it's less than a month.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, let me find that link. And yeah, thank you. I just wanted to like shout that out because maybe other cartoonists are looking, and it's just good to just have a variety of options. I mean, a lot of people work from home. I mean, I was doing that for years, but
It's always nice to
having a
have a studio
studio,
space. Yeah.
yeah, it's
I
so
know if I could
great.
have like a nice writing station outside of this house, I'd take it in a second.
Mm. Mm. Okay, so yes, thank you. I'm gonna look for this like right now.
Let's see. While Mindy's looking for that, I'm going to let you guys know about our new sponsor, Clipkick, who will be present at BICS as well. Because Clipkick is an app where you take your stuff. It's like a social app, but it's more personal. So it'll be like we're gonna have a barcode at the event, and when you upload all the stuff, it'll be like you and your community from BICS will be able to share all this stuff, videos, pictures, whatever you put into it. And it'll be you and the community of BICS all doing that. So see me with the barcode, upload the app, and I'll give you something for free.
Can you put the link in the chat?
Which one?
The one you just mentioned. The
Oh, Clipkick?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Because I don't have that one.
Here we go.
Okay,
Clipkick.
I put my link in too now.
Well, the way it works is you need to be able to there it goes. Hold on. The way it works is that it's unlike other things. You need to be invited into it, and that's what the barcode does. It invites you into this little network of people who will be sharing and taking pictures, uploading pictures at the convention itself. What I'll do, Paul, is I'll send you an invite.
That'd be great. Thank you. I like free stuff.
That's funny. I put it right back in the right. There you have it, folks. Now you got the link. So hit it up, Mindy. If you're looking for a space, I know a lot of artists out there have been looking for their own space for a while. Hit Mindy up, hit the link up, and you should be able to get your own art space or workspace or whatever space you want to make it. There you go, folks. And Paul, tell the people all the good stuff and why they should hang out with you this weekend at BICS.
That'd be great, man. So I'm going to be promoting Time Enforcers at BIC, but hopefully meeting a lot of independent comic book artists too as well, because part of my mission is really to expose creative community, and what we're doing is we're offering artists opportunities to do commissioned artwork. I mean, I pay for what I ask for, and create a character from the game in their own style. And we've had this done a few times already for several artists, and I look to continue that as an ongoing thing. I have to post it on the website more clearly, but I've had about 5 artists do it already, so I'm going to be promoting that in social media as well as on the website. But if you want to get
too.
What's that? Go ahead. Sorry.
There's been some fun pieces too.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. In terms of the game itself, if you go to timeenforcers.com/get, you'll be able to link to all the app stores that we have Time Enforcers available for download. We're on social media on X. Instagram is the big account for us, YouTube, Facebook, and I think we've been shadow banned on TikTok. So if you can follow us on TikTok, that'd be great. Maybe I can get back to posting videos there. It'd be good, super. But it's at Time Enforcers, and you'll easily find us on all those channels pretty quickly. So
if you guys love history, you guys will enjoy Time Enforcers. It's a fun romp through history. And hey, maybe in issue 2, you'll see a nice detective.
Yeah, like. Oh, you're definitely gonna see a detective, and you're gonna see Amelia. It's gonna be really a lot of fun. So it'll be we'll have a Galaga feel to it where you fly Amelia's plane, but we're gonna have a role-playing game where you have to walk around as Nick and try and figure out what's happening to Kaizen. So all good stuff, really cool stuff.
I guess the last thing to show you guys is our pals at Wham Stand, because if you are tabling at a convention, these guys are the guys that you want to get your swag from, because they'll make your table stand out, because it's just beautiful Wham Stand stuff. Woo! Yep, Wham Stand. Oh, let me just show you this, because they made us a beautiful little piece for ourselves over here, and they can make things for you guys as well. Here is the Bitten Apple TV mic, and it's funny because it is so I can put the wireless mic in here, and now I have a professional looking mic for us to do interviews with.
Wow.
Of course,
it looks very professional.
The Wamblems make it so you can change from one thing to another. So your logo, they'll print out your logo, your Wamblem, and then you can just clip it onto all your stuff.
What is it, a magnet?
It's the Wamblem.
How ingenious.
And it clicks on. And if you guys are wondering how it looks like when you switch out the logos, here's the Wham Stand logo. Here's the Bitten Apple logo. Wham.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
So I could do it for my mic, right? But not really use it, but at least have a logo on it. Right?
Well, you can get one of these things here, which you put your books on to show them off, and you can get your own logo on it. That way you have a professional.
We're gonna be at the show this weekend? I'm getting one. I'm getting several. That's cool. I love that, because I got like prints and stuff. I'm trying to stand up. That'd be awesome.
Dude,
so cool.
And I'm telling you that it holds it up beautifully. Now on your table is your comic standing up instead of laying down, with the beautiful logo of your company and your beautiful comic.
Yeah, he has like mini spinner racks too.
Yeah, he has spinner racks. Yeah. He has so much stuff, folks. You should go check out Wham Stand today.
You gonna put that link in the chat, Ralph?
You want me to put the link in the chat? Or are you people lazy or something? All right. I'll put the link in the chat.
You made fun of your friend so much you become him.
Well, you gotta have fun with it.
I want to put it in the chat. Oh no.
So, folks, go check out Wham Stand. I'm telling you, if you want to make your stuff stand out, and watch. I'll even do one more. So you can see what I'm talking about here. Hold on.
Yeah, show the spinner rack if you can.
If you can. Boom. So there it is, showing off the books, and there goes all the little whamblems of all the stuff. And you can get whatever whamblem you want. All the beautiful whamblems, and these things really make your book stand out, and your collection stand out. It doesn't just have to be for those guys who doing or at cons doing things. This helps your collections and stuff stand out. It's a nice way to keep it out there, so you can see it and have fun with it. See, folks, let me see if I can find the beautiful spinny racky thing. Spinny racky thing. Hey, look.
There it is. It's right there. Aren't you glad you put the link in the chat, Ralph? Come on.
And of course, here's somebody else's by the wayside. I'm telling you, folks, this is, it gives you a little bit of an oomph. Where is that? Oh, this, I think, is the rack before they set it up. It's all the bits and pieces of the rack. Here we go. That's right. He was doing the giveaway. So you all missed it, folks. There goes the rack. Beautiful, isn't it?
That's cool.
And each thing has a place for a whamblem. See?
That's very cool.
Oh.
And you put that on your table, and it shows off your books. They're not laying on your table anymore.
I like how
like that.
Yeah, there you go.
labeled like this is a variant cover. This is a giveaway. Like that's good marketing. I mean, hey, these guys are smart.
Oh, dude, yeah, Wham, and he's a great guy, and he works with you. If you have an idea for him, he'll actually work with you to see if the idea can come to happen. Folks, go check out Whamstand. I just love their stuff. It's an amazing stuff, and it really does give you a pump when you need it. And I think that's everything. Any last words, guys?
See you Saturday.
Yeah, see you at BICS.
This is great, Ralph. Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate
All
it.
the time, guys. You know, Mindy, we love having you here. So.
Yay, thanks so much for the invite. Yeah, I
anytime,
appreciate
Mindy.
it.
So, folks, go see Mindy. Go see why we like her so much at BICS, and hang out with her. Get a portrait done of yourself. Mindy's cool. All right, folks. On this show, when it ends, this happens. Look at that Roman 20.